sometimes find it hard getting on with people? In this video, I show you how ancient Celtic thinking can help dramatically and permanently improve all your relationships. Now this one is a real relationship booster. I remember I used to have serious problems with relationships in general, but with a man in my life in particular. We spent a lot of time together, but I felt unappreciated and dissatisfied with how things were going. Like so many people, I had no idea what was wrong and even less how to fix it. I was speaking to others about this and I was told the answer to relationship problems is to communicate more. Now, lack of talking never really has been my problem, so you can imagine I was a bit surprised about that. Still, I figured I might as well follow the advice. So I talked even more than before. But this seemed to make things worse and ultimately we broke up. So I was alone and 7 months pregnant. For years after that, I didn't so much as look at another man. Life was tough. I was struggling with constant ill health and I was bringing up a child on my own at the same time. I spent most of my days sitting on the sofa, baby in my arms, reading ancient Celtic stories. Now there's one particular character in them that I've always, well, not exactly liked, but found impressive. A man named Berecu Neve Henga, and his name means poison tongue. Berecu is extremely good with words, but he's very scheming and he's rather destructive. His name comes from his habit of using his impressive verbal skills to make trouble for everybody. Needless to say, he has no friends and people generally try to avoid him. This got me thinking about my own way of talking, and I realized something. I actually have a lot in common with Berecu. Like him, I'm rather good with language, and like him, I used my skill in a destructive way in my relationships. No wonder that doing more of this kind of talking could not repair my relationship. But then I thought, now, if negative words can have this incredibly destructive power, then surely nice, loving words can have an incredibly supportive and nurturing power, right? Looking at the tiny baby in my arms, I thought, I already know how to say loving and appreciative words. And I believe that we all know what words to use to make a person thrive and how to build trust and a caring, loving relationship. The problem is many of us are not used to saying these kind of words, and in many cases because we've not heard them enough ourselves. Sometimes we also are just simply afraid to open up to other people by saying nice things. Now I can tell you, on that day I decided I did not want to end up like Berecu, poison tongue, bitter, alone and full of venom. I was scared though. I mean, this was new territory and how to even start and who with? After all, I was very alone at the time, had no friends around me, no family except my tiny baby. But I figured, well, I just have to try it out, this new way of talking with whoever I come into contact with. And so I began my new practice of paying compliments to complete strangers. For example, I said to the lady at the checkout in the supermarket, "Your nail varnish is really amazing." And it was. I thanked the bus driver for his service as I was hauling the pram from the bus. Or I said to the doctor's assistant, "Wow, you really did a great job taking my bloods. I hardly felt the prick of the needle." Doing this kind of talk felt strange at first. I was actually rather embarrassed saying nice things. See, I felt that I made myself vulnerable by reaching out to these people, by opening up to them. But do you know what happened though? And I have to say that I didn't expect that at all. Not once did people react badly, and often they said something nice in return. Wow, that was nice and unexpected, I can tell you. Now, gradually, I became more fluent in the language of love and appreciation, and it became easier to pay compliments to other people. And speaking of love, when a few years ago I met a new man, I found myself talking to him in a very different way from before. Now, I pay him lots of compliments. I thank him for things like little acts of kindness and love. sometimes even just for being himself. And you know what? Our relationship has grown into the most mature and stable one I have ever had. Even after years of living together, our love shows no signs of wear and tear, and we're still very much in love. And little Eric has grown into a confident, kind and loving boy who's not afraid of showing his feelings. So if your relationships could do with a similar boost, if you feel that you are a bit of a bricure nerve hanger, bit of a poison tongue yourself perhaps, you can follow the same simple steps I took. And remember, you don't even have to be in a relationship to start doing this. The key to boosting all of your relationships is to start paying people small compliments. If you're not sure what to comment on, look for anything out of the ordinary. Something where the other person has obviously made a special effort. It can be something about their looks. Nice earrings, great hairstyle, unusual shoes. Or it could be something about their actions. Holding the door open for you, a masterfully negotiated tight parking spot, or even a well-tended front garden. It will probably feel a bit strange saying these nice things at first, and that's normal since most of us are not used to paying compliments or commenting on an act of kindness. But don't be discouraged when the response at times seems a bit lukewarm or even embarrassed. Sadly, a lot of people find it difficult to accept a compliment. The reason for this is because most of us are starved for nice words and lack a connection to others. Nevertheless, you can be sure that your kind words reach their hearts every time. And don't forget, it doesn't matter what your current personal circumstances are, choose to start with this today. Pay one person a compliment today, then another one tomorrow, and then another one the next day. Just try it. It will, I promise you, boost your relationships in ways that you never even thought possible.